A wise man once said that entrepreneurs often have absolutely no idea how close they are to success when they quit. And today, we're going to be discussing this phenomenon in business and startup. Okay, so the title may have been a little bit misleading because today we're not going to talk about quitting. We're going to talk about perseverance. We're going to talk about um, how to know when to keep going and when to pivot, right? So quitting is it's done. Let's just remove that from our vocabulary. We either we either keep going on the same path that we're on, or we pivot to a new path. Stopping all operations is totally out of your mind. Just delete it. Impossible right now. Go. Delete. Okay. Now that we have that deleted, let's talk about this. See, in our minds and in our business plans, we have a path that we go on, right? We say we do step one, we do step two, we do step three, we do step four, and if we keep doing step by step, by the time we get to step 20, we should have a certain amount of resources, a certain amount of employees, a certain amount of financial capital. Our house should be this big. We should have this. We should be in this type of office, etc., etc., etc. Right? But in reality, that's not how it works. Often it works like this. You are driving your same car, living in your same house for 5 or 3 years, right? Stagnant, 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 stagnant. Then 6 months after 3 years of stagnation, your sales just go through the roof, and you jump from your same house, your same car, to your mansion and your $100,000, $200,000 vehicles. That is literally how startups grow. If you look at the charts, it's stable revenue, stable revenue, stable revenue, exponential growth, right? Then after you get to that point where you just grow rapidly, startups or capitalists or VCs or angels like to see that steady growth. So often when you're in that stagnation point, and you're having consistent revenue, but there's no growth, or you're not having revenue, and you're just using your full-time job, the revenue from your full-time job or your salary to cover your startup expenses, often entrepreneurs are discouraged, right? And this discouragement comes from only one specific thing. It is not revenue. It has nothing to do with revenue in reality, because that's an external factor. It has everything to do with what's going on in your mind. So what you need to really start focusing on is your perception of what's happening. For example, or I'll simplify it. What you're really worried about is the unknown unknowns. You do not know why you're not growing. You do not know why you don't know why you're not growing. And these unknowns provide uncertainty. And this uncertainty makes you have to take the tough decision of getting a full-time job or focusing on another career instead of pursuing your startup dreams or your business dreams. This is essential, the psychological problem that founders and entrepreneurs deal with. All of us have been down that phase, been down that stage, where you are forced to say, I have this job offer, or this or continue my startup. A few of my clients, as we speak right now, is going through this, and I tell you, it is toxic. But here's the solution. Here is the solution. Understand every aspect of your business and every aspect of growth, right? Because if you keep doing the same thing, you will encounter the same results, right? In psychology, they call someone crazy when they keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, right? So you cannot be in business and continually doing the same thing, expecting to receive different results. So when you're doing what you're doing, regardless of if you're a salesman, or if you're a bicycle repair shop, or if you're a restaurant, or if you're a lawyer, or banker, or whatever you're doing, if you keep doing your same activities, you can expect to receive the same feedback that you have been receiving. Now, as a business owner, as you continue doing what you're doing, you need to pay attention to small data points, right? What makes Facebook and Twitter and Uber and all of these other amazing businesses grow so rapidly? It's because they have so many data points. Cambridge Analytics literally said that they have 5,000 data points for every American. Every American. They know more about how many data points do you have for yourself, right? When someone asks you to describe yourself, could you give them 5,000 different things about yourself? No, but there's companies who can. And this is how we must pursue startups as we go in the future. We must be able to say, our customer that came into our establishment drives this type of car, is married, has this amount of children, this is their email address, this is the social media networks that they're on, this is the type of food that they like, this is the reason why they're buying my products, this is the other problems that they have associated with my product, this is their favorite colors. These are the data points that we need to have, because when we have these data points, we start to understand our customers. And if we're only tracking basic data points like geography or the basic demographics of our customers, we will not understand what's driving our customers to our store, and therefore we'll be stuck in this zone of unknown unknowns, where we just don't know what's happening with our business because we are not tracking our customers correctly. And if we're tracking our customers in detail, and we're engaging with our customers and notating that somewhere on your notepad or in the Excel file, etc., have these conversations with your customers. And you'll start to realize these patterns and these trends. And maybe there's a customer who's spreading the word in this 5-block radius, and everyone's starting to go to your restaurant because he loves your food. Maybe this is your source of growth, right? Maybe there's 20 of these clusters, right? And maybe that one person needs to be taken care of and rewarded and amplified a little bit, right? So it's because we're not tracking the right data points is why we believe that our business is on the brink of failure, when it's just very, very, very close to success. So the message today to you guys is this: anytime there's uncertainty, step back and think about what you're missing, because it's the things that you're not seeing that can really change the future of your life and the future of your business.